All right, let's start the party going on right now with the Barbie girls in the audience and Ken's as well. Well, we're going to be shaking something up and something really good to drink this morning.
Yes, welcome Sammie Franklin, owner of the Perfect Pour SA. What made you pick bourbon for the cocktails today that Barbie would drink and Ken would drink?
So for Barbie's martini, I just figured with someone as strong as Barbie, you can do vodka, which is nice. It blends very well. Yeah. But this is Texas.
Okay.
And who doesn't love a good bourbon cocktail?
Did you hear that?
You got me, that's for sure.
All right. Well, what's the first step in making Barbie's martini, y'all?
So what we're going to do first is start off with about 2 ounces. That's going to be 2 of these.
Okay.
With your bourbon.
Okay, so 2 of these pours. That's a lot of bourbon, my girl. So is
Barbie.
this bourbon from Texas, you say?
This is actually a Kentucky bourbon.
Okay. And I know there's a lot of different bourbon and whiskeys, and I always get confused with how they're made, but they're delicious.
Well, by law, all American whiskey meets the requirements. At least as long as as long as it comes from Tennessee and Kentucky, it meets the requirements of being a bourbon.
Okay.
Oh, I did not know that.
Nice.
I learned that this
She's
morning.
teaching us a little.
Now we're going to go ahead with one of these. This is going to be a raspberry simple syrup that we made. It's just equal parts of fresh raspberry,
So good.
sugar,
Okay.
This
water.
is kind of a fancy martini, no doubt.
It's very much a fancy
She
martini.
said Barbie's a strong woman. We
Yeah,
gotta give her
right,
something
fancy, right,
very
classy.
strong and classy. I like
And
that.
now we're going to go with just about a ½ ounce. So let's go on the smaller side.
Okay.
And we're going to go with a ½ ounce of lemon. Might want to add just a little bit more.
I'll do a little dash.
Just a little dab.
Look at that, such a good job Roma does.
You know,
She's great.
I am living as Barbie right now, so I have to be perfect. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay, so now we're going to cap.
Okay.
And I need you to give that a good shake.
And you were saying the tip for people to remember is small cap.
Little over big whenever you're
Little over
capping your
big.
Boston shakers.
Very
Boston
nice.
And give it a good shake.
Girl,
There you
I'm
go.
gonna take it. Look at
By
thank
the
you,
way,
Barbie.
I'm just curious. You could make this without the alcohol, I guess, too, if you wanted to.
Well, you can. I would just cut the lemon juice down so you don't have such a bitter cocktail. We're going to go ahead and separate.
Okay.
We'll take our strainer.
Okay. So
And
put it here?
we're going to put it, the wired side down.
Cute.
We'll put our lemon on our glass.
I'm glad you went first, because I was wondering that myself.
Yes, Paul. And you know, Ken is such an amazing rule follower. I know you're going to follow the steps properly.
Oh, I'll follow those steps.
There's
no
our
doubt.
Texas
Ken,
martini.
Yes.
look at this perfect pour. Literally shouldn't spill. It was the perfect pour.
And I don't know how you did it, but the color is perfect. Look at that. How does it taste?
Whoa.
Okay.
Delicious.
You know,
You wanna
I wasn't
taste?
supposed to do this.
The other side,
but-
the other side, because you know,
Well,
that is good. It reminds
now
me
I'm
a little
confused.
bit
Which
of,
side did you? No.
right there, a little bit of whiskey sour-ish flavor. That's really tasty.
That
Perfect
is a
for-
good drink.
Barbie gives it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or 9.5 out of 10.
Okay, 9.5.
All right, now for all the Kens in the audience,
Okay,
it's
let's
time
go.
for us to make
Kens.
All right.
This better not be cuter than Barbie drink.
Oh, nothing is cuter than a Barbie drink
Okay.
ever.
No, but it will
All right.
be more masculine.
So we're gonna take our shakers, and
Okay.
what we're going to do is I'm gonna offer you the bourbon or the rum, it's your choice.
Okay, usually in a pina colada, right, you use rum, right?
Traditionally, you can use rum. What I found is bourbon works great as well as a nice cognac.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you. Do I look more like a rum guy or a bourbon
What would
guy?
Ken like?
What would Ken like? Not that I'm Ken.
Dare
but-
I say do both? An ounce of both?
Oh,
she
okay, now
is
you're talking. I
literally
like your
pouring it.
style.
It's a Barbie party.
Well, all right, it's a
So we'll
Barbie
do 1
party.
ounce.
Okay, so 1 ounce, which would be the smaller size, right?
We're gonna do this size right
Okay,
here.
we're going to do the size. Okay, so 1 ounce. Is that the whole way?
Yes.
All the way.
Oh,
there
okay,
you go.
all right.
She
okay.
said we are in Texas.
Boom.
And now that's
Okay.
our rum, and
All
here
right.
we go with our bourbon.
With the
Wow.
bourbon, all right, and do the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Now with the pina colada, to get the best flavor, you always want to go fresh.
Okay.
So what we have
Yeah,
next.
you don't want a stale pina colada.
Oh
right?
no.
What's that? Fresh?
This is cream of coconut, crema de coco.
Is it actual coconut chips in there?
It's actually the cream of the coconut
the
milk.
cream,
Can you
okay.
get something like that?
H-E-B.
Okay.
Usually
Wow.
great. Walmart. You can go
How
to
much?
certain Whole Foods. We're going to do an ounce of that.
Okay. And then whatever you have left over, you could use as suntan.
Well, actually, what it does is make a really good base for, like, if you want to make paletas at home to crack
Does it
the
really?
heat
Okay.
wave.
All right.
Yeah, it makes a really good paleta base.
So the
and then how
adults
much of
can
this?
have their boozy
We're going to do an
fun.
ounce of that
Kids,
as well.
Okay. And what is this again? Pineapple?
This is pineapple juice, fresh pineapple juice.
All right, we're going to the islands.
For Ken.
All
That's the type of guy he is.
Ken's going to the island. I
And
need, to,
now-
I need to get my shorts.
I'm going to
Okay.
pour your ice in your glass for you. We'll give it a
Shake
good,
it up,
good
Ken.
shake.
Okay, close those eyes. Focus, focus. Give us all that Ken muscle that you got.
All right. Is that good? Boy,
That's
it's nice and
perfect.
cold.
I know,
Yeah,
this one got nice and cold too.
The trick is shaking until this top one gets a little frosty. Once it
Oh,
chills,
really?
you know it's perfectly
Wait,
shaken.
he needs a
And
strainer.
we're gonna
Oh,
strain.
that's right. We forgot my strainer. We can't do that. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, y'all, that looks delicious.
Wow. Look at
And
that.
Okay.
Oh, even more?
because Ken likes style, because he's, of course, dating Barbie.
Right, yes.
Just to give it a little
How long
sprinkle
have they
of
been
shine.
dating? They've been dating a long time. Okay.
Very long time.
They've been like
Okay,
the
so how much?
longest
Just
married
a little
couple.
shake, just a little cute shake. There you go.
Whoa, look,
That's
now that
cute.
is nice.
And that's our Kenya
if I may say
colada.
so.
Kenya colada.
Kenya colada. Brought to you by Paula Colada.
Paul, I
No,
gotta cheers
Okay,
my Ken here.
cheers.
And thank you so much, Sammie, for being with us. How can people reach you? I know you do a lot of events, personal events.
Yes, we do events all over the city. We also can come to you and do cocktail classes as well. So we don't have just bartending service. If you ever want to have a fun girls' night, we can come out and teach you how to make drinks just like we did here today.
Yeah.
Follow me at perfectpour_SA on Instagram. Sammie the bartender also on Instagram.
Right.
We just love coming and shaking up the party.
Thank you so much. We
Wow.
love it too, Paul.
Those were some good drinks.
Great drinks. I'm very much feeling the Barbie love, but I think Barbie would appreciate some sunshine, right,
Wow.
Paul? And she's gonna get that today.
You're going to get some sunshine.